it has been said that a lot of people spend probably, I don't know how many quarter of their lives, or I don't know, hours basically, driving to and from work. And some people, if you're fortunate, you drive an hour to get to work and then an hour back. So that's 2 hours of your life. So basically, if you're working 5 days a week, you have about that's 10 hours you're losing. So 10, and then you have, if you multiply that by 4 in a month, basically you're losing about 3-4 days per month in traffic. So why are we stuck? Why am I walking in the middle of trucks? Well, because we'll find out in a minute. You can buy fruits as well, mangoes and all that. But anyway, why is this blocked? Is that there is a little accident here, nothing major. Oh, it's blocked here, so I need to go to the other side. So you have this massive truck here, and the truck says it's transporting dangerous material, so basically petrol, diesel, any flammable material. So in the middle of the road, we've been stuck here for about 15 minutes, now about 20 minutes, and the problem is, these are the culprits. So as you're about to join the intersection here, you have a car, someone probably stopped the car to avoid entering into traffic, and another one came through, basically not paying attention too close, and then slammed in the back of the other car. All right, now the problem is only motorcycles are able to drive through here, and the problem when you're in in Costa Rica, the law is that if you're in an accident, you can't move your car, and this truck now is stuck here because the truck cannot get past these vehicles, and you have one truck, another big truck behind it, and another third, and another fourth one, and then another fifth one. So basically everyone is stuck and you can't move. And the reason why we're all stuck is because the law says, because of insurance basically. So if you're in an accident, you need to wait for the transit police to come, and the transit police takes between half an hour and maybe an hour to get here, and in that time you can't go back and you can't really move forward, so you're stuck here. And this reminds me of something similar in Miami, or in Florida anyway. So if you're driving down the motorway, the highway, basically, if you're in an accident and the cars can still be moved, you are asked to drive and move the car, not unless there have been casualties or people where you can't do anything. But you can move the car, and then it allows the flow of traffic. So the problem this causes for a lot of people, especially if you're going to the airport, which is about 20 minutes from here, and you get stuck, there is an accident in front of you where you can't really go back and come forward or drive forward, you're going to miss a flight. And there have been cases where that happens. All you just need to do is either get out of your car if you're not the one driving, get an Uber, and then get an Uber and then continue your journey. So that's the only option So this is the turn, like the ramp, and everyone is here waiting for. If you just look around, it's just everyone's waiting here, and everything is just stuck here, and it's not going to move until the transit police comes here. That is a big problem. Oh, this is a fire service. So, anyway, this brings back the idea of responsibility. So much chaos. All right. So this brings back the idea of responsibility, and let's talk about that. Anytime you insure your car, the insurance company will tell you that no matter what happens, you should not say it's my fault. And you're thinking, why would you want to do that? Because it's all about how much they don't want to pay, basically. So if you get into an accident and your monthly payments, if it's your fault, your monthly payments goes up. And if it's not your fault, your monthly payments still goes up. And you're thinking, how does that make sense? That's a truck with construction equipment, concrete mixer. Anyway, so how does that make sense that I'm sitting here? I said it's not my fault, someone reared my car, and now I'm claiming insurance for the repair, but they said I've got full coverage, but then my premium still goes up. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, that is the way things are. And that is also the connection with what's happening here. That the cars that have been... The cars here are waiting for the transit police. You call them, they can't move. And the funny thing is that if you look at the damage, it's almost nothing really, but it probably needs a little repair. But the problem is if you move your car, then basically you're automatically at fault. And nobody wants to be at fault. So what you do is you wait. You wait for the transit police. And insurance companies, in most cases, in Costa Rica, for example, there is an automatic insurance, which is like if you buy your car, every year you pay sort of a road permit, which is a sticker you put on your car that allows you to drive on the road legally. And included in that permit is also sort of a third-party minimum insurance that everyone has. And then people pay additional. This is Imperial. That is the famous Costa Rican beer that everyone drinks when you go to parties. It's just everywhere. All right, so that third-party insurance gives you minimum coverage, but it's the minimum you could have. And the reason why it exists is that it's easier for the police to control. So if the transit police stopped you, everyone needs to have that sticker, and so it's got the year, the car, and everything. So if you have it for 2025, for example, it basically says your car you're allowed to drive during the year, and then you have another sticker for the MOT, which is the control, a yearly control for your car worthiness or road worthiness. So you have those two things. It makes it easier. During control, they just check, they look at the sticker on your car and they know if you're up to date or not. It also tells them your insurance. So it's not a case of when the police stop you, hey, license, registration, insurance, all that. No, the sticker basically gives them all that information. Your license, of course, you need to keep that on you. So anyway, apart from the basic, most people, if you have a more recent car, you get additional insurance, which is full coverage and roadside assistance and all these other good stuff that you need when you have a car. So anyway, this has been something that a lot of people in Costa Rica complained about, that why, if there is a small accident, a little dent, why does it have to block the whole road? And everyone's been waiting here now. I think it's almost half an hour, and the transit police is nowhere to be found, and that is a problem. This is even worse in more rural areas. So you have the transit police and the normal police. The normal police don't show up for this, not unless, you know, there's been violence or some sort of crime. But transit police would show up, and they need to take the statement, take the measurement, and you sign it, and that's what you take to court, and then your insurance company get involved. But if you're in a rural area, it is worse, because the cars in the rural area, you have less transit police and you have less traffic anyway. So what happens is that when you call, you just have to wait maybe an hour, and sometimes they'll come from maybe an hour away, so you just need to wait. It doesn't matter. That said, there are people who, when there's an accident, they don't actually wait for the police. Yeah, that is another thing. You don't have to wait. So what you could do if there is an accident is like, hey, oh, my bad. Let's look at it. Oh, it's just the rear light. So give me your number, your phone number. They exchange phone numbers, and then or they say, okay, there is a mechanic shop around here. Come with me, and I pay you, and you get it repaired on just like that. So you can come to a sort of an agreement with the person if that is what you want. But in most cases, the reason why some of those agreements people don't it doesn't work is that they could give you a fake phone number. They could also say, yeah, sure, I'll pay, and then they said, well, it's not really my fault, I don't want to pay, and it becomes a problem. So that is why, because of that, people are thinking, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, we just wait. That's a really nice bike. Anyway, so people just say, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, we wait for the police, and then the transit police comes and basically gives the official report. And based on that official report, you go to the police, and they sort it out for you. So a little history there about traffic laws. I don't know, there's someone taking a picture, I don't know if that's the police, but anyway, he's not dressed like the police. So anyway, the story ends here. So we're going to wait until, well, this clears up. We don't have any option.